2026 is the year to get jacked, fellas. And ladies, if you're into that sort of look, no judgment. Whether you're going for the massive Herculean type physique, or maybe that chiseled, lean Brad Pitt Fight Club look, or hell, maybe you just want to see some muscle definition somewhere on your body because you've never been able to due to a thick layer of body fat covering it. Trust me when I say that I know that feeling all too well. This video is definitely for you. You see, the biggest problem that I see, it's not knowing the path of least resistance, the easy mode, the cheat code for actually putting on muscle without living in the gym 6 days a week and obsessing over every single macro, spending hours and hours of training. See, there's a smarter way, and you're in the right place where I'm gonna break it all down. I'm Dr. Jones, DC, and I head the coaching department at our nationwide peptide and hormone clinic, where I've coached thousands of guys through this exact process. And this isn't just theory for me. I'm 6'1", 240 pounds, and I'd like to think of myself as lean, moderately lean. Put a little effort, I can get more lean, but you get my point. This is what I do. This is how I'm built. And today I'm gonna break down the exact peptide stack that we use for maximum muscle growth, again, myself and our patients, the role of testosterone, when do you need to actually supplement, and the foundation that actually makes it all work. You see, peptides aren't magic, they're amplifiers. You get this right and your hard work is gonna finally translate into some muscle growth. That's easy mode, so let's get into it. Now, before I show you the stack, I need to save you from making the same mistake that I see guys make every single day. They hear about peptides, they get excited, they find some clinic online, they start injecting, and then nothing. Maybe a little better sleep, maybe some better recovery, but the size that they were promised, that they were hoping for, nowhere to be found. Hercules body, still far away. See, here's why. Peptides are amplifiers, they're not magic. They don't fix anything. They amplify whatever you already have going on. So think of it like this. You put premium fuel in a car with a broken engine, what happens? Nothing. The engine's still broken. You just wasted money on expensive gas. You see, that's what a lot of guys do with peptides. Their foundation is broken. Not enough protein, training program is garbage. Hormones are in the tank and they throw peptides on top, expecting a miracle. But what do they get? Amplified dysfunction, expensive piss, and zero results, or very minimal. But you flip that around, you get your foundation dialed in first, protein optimized, training, sending the right signals, and hormones where they should be, and now peptides become a force multiplier. Now every single rep counts more and more. Now your sleep is actually building muscles. Now you're in easy mode. Welcome to the cheat code. So what is this foundation? Let me break it all down. There's 4 pieces and most guys are missing at least 2 of them. Now, quick reality check before we dive in. If you're sitting here at 25, 30% plus body fat or higher in the body fat category, this video is step 2 for you, not step 1. Your first priority is getting lean. Get down to about 20% or below and then come back to this video and start building. Of course, if you want to watch it now and get the foundation, that's your prerogative too as well. Now, why is this so important to drop the fat first? You see, your body partitions nutrition better when you're leaner, meaning where the energy is spent, where it's allocated is different based off different conditions, including how lean your body is. You'll actually build better muscle mass just by reducing body fat. You see, when you try to build muscle when you're already lean, you'll have an easier time putting on muscle and not just adding pounds of fat along with it. You guys all know the dreaded bulk where you get really, really big, but you put on a lot of body fat. See, we want to avoid that entirely. Okay, foundation piece number 1, protein. This is the first thing that I check when a guy tells me he's training hard, but he's not seeing the growth. He's not seeing the response. And 9 times out of 10, he's not eating enough protein, not even close. Here's the rule: 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if you weigh 200 pounds, that's about 200 grams of protein every single day. This is non-negotiable. See, most guys I coach are hitting 100, 150 grams of protein. A lot of you are on GLP-1 medications because you've already dropped a lot of body fat, and that's part of the problem. See, they think they're eating enough, but they're not. And here's why this matters so much for building muscle. Protein is the raw material. It's the bricks. You can't build a house without the bricks, and I don't care how good your blueprint is. I don't care how skilled your construction crew is. No bricks, no house. It's the same with muscle. You can train perfectly, you can optimize every hormone in your body, but if you're not giving your body the raw materials to build with, nothing will happen. Well, very little will happen, but far from what we want. So before you even think about peptides, before you touch anything else, get your protein locked in. This is like the best ROI. Just eat more protein, for crying out loud. Protein shakes to fill in the gaps. non-negotiable. Now, once you've got the raw materials, of course, even more important is that you need to send the proper signal to your body to build. See, that's the foundation, and that's piece number 2, training. And this is where easy mode part really kicks in. Here's what the fitness industry won't tell you. You don't need to live in the gym to build serious muscle. You don't need 6 days a week. You don't need 1 to 2 hour sessions. What you need is the right stimulus. And that comes down to understanding one thing: mechanical tension. See, mechanical tension is the primary driver of muscle growth. It's not the pump, it's not the soreness. Yours truly used to think it was soreness. I thought soreness was part of it. I had to be sore, but it's not. It's not how destroyed you feel after a workout. Tension, load on the muscle through a full range of motion. And here's how you can create it. Rep ranges anywhere between 6 to 15. It's much broader than we used to think. I also used to think it was 8 to 12, but research has shown us it doesn't need to be that specific. This isn't magic, it's practical. Heavy enough to create tension, light enough to accumulate volume without destroying your joints. 12 hard sets per muscle group per week. No junk volume, hard sets, meaning you're within 1 to 3 reps of complete failure. Compound movements first: squats, bench, rows, presses, deadlifts. These load multiple muscles heavy and send the strongest growth signal possible. Train each muscle 2 to 3 times per week. Spread your volume out instead of annihilating everything in one session. See, this whole 1 body part per day, that's grown out of proportion. It's ideal to hit multiple muscle groups multiple times per week. And don't forget this, the progressive overload. You need to beat your previous performance over time. Either more weight, more reps, better form. This is how you force adaptation, and adaptation equals growth. That's it. 3 to 4 days per week, 45 to 60 minutes, hitting these principles, and you're sending the signal to grow. No 6-day splits, 2-hour marathon sessions, just smart, efficient training. Now, if you're realizing that your training might be off, or you want help dialing this in alongside peptides and hormones, that's exactly what we do in our clinic. You can either text the number on the screen, or you can check out the link in the description to book a discovery call. But first, let me show you the foundation piece number 3, because this is where most guys completely sabotage themselves. Calories. This is all too common of an occurrence on GLP-1 medications. You're training hard, you're hitting your protein, but you're not growing. Why? Because you're in a calorie deficit and you don't even realize it. You see, your body's smart. If it thinks you're in a famine, you're not getting enough food, if there's not enough fuel coming in over a long enough period of time, it's not going to invest energy into building new muscle tissue. That's expensive. Your body will prioritize survival over getting jacked every single time. Sorry, mates. But if you want to build, you need to be in a calorie surplus. You need more calories coming in than you're burning. Now, quick side note. You could be at a calorie maintenance and maybe even a minor deficit in certain cases and build muscle. Of course, I'm not going to waste time getting into the nuance, but for most men looking to build good amount of muscle, that'll die out and you need to eventually be in a minor caloric surplus. Now, here's where most guys screw this up. They hear surplus and they go into a full dirty bulk, and we've seen those. I mean, we all know the dirty bulk, right? Pizzas, burgers, 4,000 calories a day, gaining 10 pounds a month. And sure, some of that's muscle. You feel freaking great. It's always awesome to eat basically whatever you want, but most of it, a lot of it is body fat. Now you're back to needing a cut again. See, there's a smarter way, and it's called a clean, lean bulk. Small surplus. I'm talking 200 to 300 calories above maintenance. That's it. You're giving your body enough fuel to build without the excess spilling over into fat storage. Aim for about 2 to 4 pounds per month. And if you're older, testosterone levels are a little bit lower. We'll talk about that later. Maybe more 1 to 2 pounds per month. At that rate, with your training and protein dialed in, most of that, more of that at least, will be muscle. And here's the cheat code. If you're using low-dose GLP-1s, they act as guardrails. They keep appetite in check so you don't overshoot. You get the surplus for growth without the fat gain spiral. That's next level for lean bulking. If this lean bulk approach is clicking for you, hit that subscribe button right now, because we put out 4 videos per week on peptides, hormones, and building the physique that you actually want. Now let me show you the foundation piece number 4, the hormone multiplier that most guys completely ignore. Testosterone, baby. This is the hormone multiplier that's just being left on the table. You see, here's the thing. You might get your testosterone tested and your doctor says you're normal. Great, but there's a massive difference between normal and freaking optimal. See, normal just means that you're somewhere in the reference range. That range is huge. You could be at the bottom, barely scraping by, and your doctor tells you you're fine, but you don't feel fine. See, here are the key symptoms of low testosterone. If you have some of them, then you need to get your testosterone checked. And we got you. We test all 50 states. So if you guys want us to check your testosterone, just comment the word blood test. I got you covered. But here are those symptoms: tiredness, brain fog, fatigue, you're dragging your feet, you don't respond to workouts as well as you used to, building muscle mass is noticeably challenging, it's not happening at all, your motivation is tanked, your sex drive is dropping, you don't feel that piss and vigor that you used to feel when you were younger. That's a sign that testosterone isn't optimal, regardless of what the labs say. See, one key to managing hormone therapy for men and women, by the way, is to go more by symptoms. Our providers get it. 60% of our prescriptions, 60% of what we do goes by symptoms, and then the objective labs, they're just a nice confirmation, but they don't really make the main decision behind dosing men and women for hormones. At least they shouldn't be. When your testosterone is low and you have these symptoms, that's suboptimal. That's surviving, not thriving. When testosterone is optimized, not just normal, but actually where it should be, everything else works better. Your training produces more results. Your recovery is faster. Your body composition shifts with ease, meaning you maintain that muscle. Peptides work better. GLP-1 medications work better. It's a multiplier on the entire system. Now, I'm not saying everybody needs TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, but what I am saying is you need to know where you actually stand, not just in range, but where in that normal range. And if you're low normal, suboptimal with symptoms, that's worth addressing. We take a conservative lab monitored approach in our clinic, testing, tracking the data, optimizing carefully, no cowboy stuff. Now, if you want me to break down testosterone optimization in detail for GLP-1 users or not, the exact labs to ask for, optimal ranges versus just normal, how we dial it all in with our patients, let me know in the comments and I'll make that video next. Okay, so you got the foundation. Protein, training, calories, hormones. Now let's talk about the peptide stack that puts this whole system into overdrive, baby. Before I reveal the stack, though, you need to understand how peptides actually build muscle very quickly, because most guys have no idea. They just inject and hope for the best. See, the science, I'm gonna break it down, very simple version. Growth hormone does not build muscle directly. See, that's the misconception. What growth hormone does, see, it's a signal to your liver to produce something called IGF, insulin-like growth factor 1. That's the hormone that actually drives muscle growth, tissue repair, and recovery. So the goal isn't just more growth hormone. The goal is optimizing the entire pathway, growth hormone to IGF-1. So the signal actually gets through. Now here's the problem. As you age, your pituitary gland, which is this little pea-sized gland close to the front of your head, releases less growth hormone. Those natural pulses that you had in your 20s, they get weaker and less frequent, which means less IGF-1, which means slower recovery, less muscle growth, and more stubborn body fat. This is where peptides can come in. They don't replace your growth hormone levels. They stimulate your pituitary to release more of your own, it's called endogenous growth hormone, in natural pulses when you do it right. And when you stack the right peptides together, you get two things: frequency and amplitude. More pulses, stronger pulses. That's the key. Frequency plus amplitude equals optimized growth hormone signaling. And optimized growth hormone signaling equals more IGF-1, and more IGF-1 equals more muscle growth while you sleep. Now, let me show you the exact peptides that'll help you accomplish this. Each one of these peptides are going to hit your growth hormone pathway. It's a matter of choosing which one you think is best for you. I'll give you my personal recommendation out of the three. Okay, number one, CJC-1295 with ipamorelin. This is the cornerstone. This is my personal favorite growth hormone secreting peptide. And there's a reason why we combine these two together, because they work synergistically. CJC-1295 is a growth hormone releasing hormone analog. Growth hormone releasing hormone, think of it like pressing the gas pedal. It tells your pituitary gland to release more growth hormone. Ipamorelin is a GHRP, growth hormone releasing peptide. It works differently. Instead of pressing the gas, it releases the brake. It removes the inhibition that's holding back your growth hormone release. Gas pedal push plus brake release equals way more growth hormone than either one ever can do alone. See, that's the synergy. And here's what's great about ipamorelin specifically. See, it boosts growth hormone, but it avoids spiking cortisol, prolactin, excessive amounts of hunger. It's a clean growth hormone releasing peptide. No nasty side effects, and this is why we prefer it over many other common GHRPs that you might know of, hexarelin, GHRP2, and GHRP6, for example. Okay, the second option is tesamorelin. This one's special because it's FDA approved specifically for reducing visceral fat in HIV patients, but it's used off-label as well. That FDA stamp means we have real human data, real safety profiles, not just rat studies. Testosterone gives you the strong growth hormone release that lasts about 24 hours. And it has a unique benefit. It targets visceral fat while boosting IGF-1. So you're building muscle and losing visceral fat at the same time. Getting bigger and getting a smaller gut at the same time. That's the goal, right? The reason why we tend to still shift towards CJC more often is because testosterone is more expensive, but tried and true, if finances don't matter, this is actually the one to go with. Now, understand that testosterone does have a little bit more side effects: water retention, sometimes some joint stiffness, some potential insulin resistance at high doses, but you can mitigate that when you're doing this correctly under medical supervision. We monitor this stuff. Now, if you want me to make a complete video on using low-dose GLP-1s for a lean bulk, how to eat enough, what to stack with it, the whole system, let me know in the comments if that would be helpful to you. Okay, number 3, the third option is Somorelin. This is your tried and true growth hormone option. It is the mildest of the group, shortest half-life, most natural rhythm. And that's actually why we include it. Somorelin optimizes sleep quality, and sleep is when your body actually builds. You can train perfectly, you can eat perfectly, you can have your hormones dialed in, but if your sleep is garbage, you're leaving gains on the table. Somorelin helps you get into that deep restorative sleep where growth hormone naturally peaks. Now, mind you, all of these growth hormone peptides are going to do that as well. Better sleep equals better recovery, which equals more muscle. It's also historically FDA approved, which again gives us confidence in the safety profile. 3 peptides to choose: CJC 1295 with ipamorelin, testosterone if you want the most potent, most expensive, but best because it also targets visceral fat, and then finally Somorelin, which is conservative, tried and true, also can be used strategically and effectively too as well. Now, if you're wondering about IGF-1, LR3, follistatin, or MK677, the more aggressive stuff that you see online, we don't touch them. See, here's why. Those compounds bypass natural pathways entirely. IGF-1 LR3 is a synthetic IGF-1 that skips growth hormone altogether. Now, follistatin inhibits myostatin directly, and myostatin is a gene that's going to inhibit muscle growth. So if you block the gene, the idea is you get massive muscle growth, but a little bit scary because now you're messing with the areas that we just don't understand yet. And then finally, MK677 jacks up your appetite and can mess with your insulin signaling and blood sugar levels. Sounds cool in theory, but the human data is minimal and the risks are high. Hypoglycemia, insulin resistance, unpredictable growth. These are real things that I would stay away from, and we don't recommend it to our patients either. We stick with peptides that have clinical backing and human safety data. That's the responsible approach. Now, if you want me to put together a full hypertrophy training program designed specifically for guys on peptide protocols, let me know in the comments if that would be helpful to you. So let's bring this all together. The system is simple. Foundation first, protein 1 gram per pound of target body weight, training 12 hard sets per muscle group per week, compound lifts are the priority, progressive overload, that's the key. Your calories need to be in a slight surplus, maybe 200 to 300 above maintenance. This is going to give you the lean bulk style. And then of course, testosterone, if it needs to be optimized, let's go, baby. And then we can add peptides like CJC 1295 being probably the one that we prescribe the most often. Testosterone though, if you want to hit that deep visceral fat, and Somorelin if you want the tried and true safest option. Foundation plus stack plus medical supervision. That's easy mode. That's how you build real size without living in the gym and obsessing over every macro. Now, if you're serious about this, if you're tired of spinning your wheels, if you want help getting your foundation dialed in, your hormones optimized, and the right peptide protocol for your situation, that's exactly what we do. You can either text the number on the screen or you can check out the link in the description to book a free discovery call. You'll get a chance to talk to one of our patient advocates who will go through your entire history, what you've tried, your specific goals, and they're going to map out for you what working with our team looks like. With me, my providers, my coaches, they're going to review programs and pricing so that you can see what long-term success actually looks like. This is your year to get jacked, and I want to help you get there, so let's make this happen. Now, if you want a deeper dive video on specifically just the muscle building peptides instead of the overall foundation, check out this video right there where I break down just the peptides in greater detail. We'll see you guys later.